Hey guys, it's Dr. Crypto here, and I hope everybody is doing well and all geared up, ready for Monday, the 20th of January, 2025. It's where we will get the new president of the United States of America, who is pro-crypto. This is super bullish. 2025, I feel, is going to be a really super year. And not just for Bitcoin, I think it's going to be super for altcoins, because do not forget, Donald Trump, who's going to be president of the United States of America, is an altcoin holder. Yeah, he holds a lot of alts. Less like Ethereum and other tokens as well. So this is bullish for the altcoin market, in my opinion. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about CRO, Crypto.com, Bitcoin, as well as that inauguration that is happening. So before I start, smash that like button and give a subscribe. Your support is always much appreciated. And right now, we can see on the week, we've seen a lot of recovery happening from previous last week and early this week, where we had that big drawdown to the downside. And look how much we've come back up at the moment. We've got Bitcoin now. What we went all the way down to around about that $89,000 is we're sitting at $102,000 from making this video, which is super bullish. And we're starting to see a lot of the altcoins are starting making a bit of a comeback on that weekly. And also what we're starting to see is on the daily as well, a lot of altcoins are up 2%, 12%, 15%. So we can see Litecoin actually making some really nice moves to the upside. So there's a lot of coins making some big moves. Everything's just like simmering off just a little bit. But on the hourly, again, yeah, like I said, everything's just simmering off because we've had such a big move off Bitcoin, from that 89,000 all the way up to where we are now, 102,000. And don't forget, Monday was a scary day for a lot of crypto holders and the people in the stock markets. But it's looking really great now. It's all exciting times ahead, I think, personally, unless suddenly we get some sort of crazy black swan event, which is we're not even expecting to happen. But overall, it looks like Monday's going to be a good day for crypto. It certainly is, because we're going to get new regulation, and also they're going to deal with that debanking as well, which is really positive. But before I get into that, let's have a quick check of CRO just to see how that one's doing at the moment. But as I said in many other videos before, at the moment, we've just been in that falling wedge, but which is a slightly conservatively bullish at the moment. We've come down here, and I did say yesterday's video that I want us to see us break out of this falling wedge, because we've got falling volume, falling wedge, which generally tends to break out to the upside. So what we've done at the moment, we're starting to break out of that falling wedge, and it looks like we're starting to test the falling wedge at the top of the resist line as support now. But what I want us to see is, I want us to see us get above this 20 EMA. And I said this in the previous videos, we need to get above that for continuation, in my opinion, to the upside. And then the next target is also recapturing that 50 EMA. Now, to do that, I think obviously whatever Bitcoin does, the crypto market tends to follow. But if we get some, like I said yesterday, we get some really good news come out of crypto.com, which we're not aware of, because we know what's coming out at the moment. We know what we've got, because we've got that roadmap of 2025. It's worth just checking this out, because obviously it gives you a lot of data, and it's only just now we're starting to materialize and actually get some of that roadmap out there. And specifically, it's been aimed at the US at the moment. But if you just check that out, it's worth just checking it out, because all we need to do is get some really positive news come out of crypto.com, or the Cronos chain for that fact. And then I think we could make a move to the upside, because I understand that a lot of people are getting very, very frustrated with CRO, because, and I understand it, I really do, because when you see a lot of other altcoins like XRP, XLM, and such like have been making moves towards the upside, and you feel like, well, the coin I've gone in, and I've gone all in, isn't really doing anything. Now, obviously, we have made that big move up from early in November. We made that giga move to the upside, and gradually we've been coming back down to the downside. And it gets frustrating, because you see a lot of people, when it gets to that 20 pence, it kept on hitting that area. We just kept getting pushed down. And it's like today, this morning, I noticed that we saw they had that nice little move up to around about that 15 pence, and then suddenly we got smacked straight down again. And it's like, who's doing it? Is it the exchange that's doing this? Is it just some big player who just wants to suppress the price until something comes out and then release it and then explode towards the upside? Could well maybe. We don't really know. Obviously, there's people there's always going to be buyers, and there's always going to be sellers as well. So you just got to bear that one in mind. But to be honest with you, I think it's absolutely crazy to sell your CRO right now, just even before alt season starts, because we're all on the cusp of the start of alt season. Because obviously, when this president comes in, A lot of things are going to be changing, regulatory as well. So obviously, hopefully, a lot of these Wells notices are going to go away, hopefully, and that will release like crypto.com more to be more free to do things, and also like Coinbase as well and other exchanges. So overall, I think selling now, in my opinion, is absolutely crazy, especially we haven't even got to nowhere near all-time high yet. Now, I get it when you're dealing with like XRP, you've been sitting on there for years and years, and suddenly you're sitting at what we are now is over $3. I get it. I always say take profit on the way up. But CRO at the moment, for me personally, is nowhere near taking profit. I'll be starting taking profit when we get to that close to that dollar. So we've got a long way to go yet. But hopefully, at some point, CRO will make it. CRO has always been a coin, in my opinion. It's always been that laggard. It's always been that one towards the end of the run kind of thing. But let's hope not. Let's hope we can get a run soon. I really do, because I think the Crow fam really, really deserves it. But like I said, you just look at the chart. This is on the all. See where we are here. We're nowhere near all-time high on that one. But look at ADA as well. Don't forget, ADA's chart is pretty much compared to the CRO chart, really. Hasn't really caught up yet to get into its all-time high. So you just got to bear that in mind. All season, when it does kick off, I really do think CRO is going to make some big moves. But overall, looking at that, I think I'm really still positive. I'm really, really, really geared up and really pumped for CRO to make a move. Because don't forget, it doesn't take much for, in terms of when you sell and then suddenly it explodes. Because at the end of the day, I've learned my lesson in 2019. I did exactly the same. I got frustrated with a token that I bought. I got really frustrated and I sold it all. And then about a month later, what did we do? We ended up going into the 2021 bull market. And that token went up like about 3,000%. And I sold it all. And I really did miss the boat. So I just put a warning out there. If you do decide to sell, which is obviously it's up to you, nothing's financial advice, it's just be warned. If you do, there's always a risk that you might miss something. It might miss going up. I know some people might say to me on here now, on the comments, you're off your head, you are. It's not going to go up any further. It's probably going to go up to about 20 pence again and going to get rejected again. And that's our bull market. Look, nobody knows where we're going to go. That's the truth of it. That is the real truth. Nobody knows where we're going. We could be at the end of the bull market now, all we know. And then we end up having Donald Trump get into his inauguration, becomes president, we just tank. Nobody knows anything. So you've just got to be prepared for everything. And that's why I always say, have a diverse portfolio. I've got a bit of XRP. I've got a bit of ADA. I've got CR, a big bag of CRO. I've got Merry. I've got Core. I've got one or two others. You've got to have a diverse portfolio. That's what I say. But overall, you just got to bear in mind what's going on, because I personally think, this is from Crypto Rover right here, that he's giving out here what's happened in previous 2017, 2021, and what's happening right now. We can see what's happened in the halvings. So we've had the halving times, and look what's happened right. 266 days after 2017, we started pumping. Again, 266 days, we went from, on 2021, we had that massive rally towards the upside for Bitcoin, for the total crypto market. Again, same thing happened here. 266 days has come. And look at what's happening. We got the inauguration on Monday, and look where we are now. It's like we're gearing up, ready for some giga move to happen. And we can look at Bitcoin as well. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin now is on this big falling wedge here. Look at the oscillator. It's money flow starting to come in again. And look at this. We've broken out of this this downward trend of higher highs and higher lows. We've come out of this now. We've broken out that falling trend. We've broken out the area of resistance, and now we're starting to push back to the upside. And we know that whales are buying. Whales are buying right now. So it's like I said, this is the time for me. It's not time to sell, in my opinion. That's what I'm not doing myself. Now, you're going to get all the FUD and everything else come with it. Remember, early this week on Monday and last week, people were saying we're going down to 77,000. There could have been a possibility up, but we didn't. We didn't. And also, Bitcoin's got that W formation. You can see the W formation on there. You can see it here right now. That's that W formation and tends to break out towards the upside. And like I said, we've broken that area of resistance. And now we're sitting again at 102. So I want us to get above that 103 mark and get us back up to that 108, smash that area of resistance there and make our way up, 120, 130,000, that kind of way. That's where I want us to go to as well. And if we can have a quick look on the weekly as well. If we go down to the weekly, have a quick look at that very carefully. And then basically, if you go down to the stock RSI. Look at the stock RSI now. Look what happened before, where we curved over. look at curving back over, and it looks like it's starting to turn over again, back up towards the upside. So we may well now be making a move. So the stock RSI, again, is curving over towards the upside. So I'm expecting a big move to happen. Could it be this weekend? It could well be, because what's happening this weekend? We know that David Sachs is hosting a crypto ball 3 days before Donald Trump's inauguration, honoring Trump as the first crypto president. Special guests include Michael Saylor, Brian Armstrong, Michael Novogratz, and many more. So I wouldn't be surprised that Chris from Crypto.com, the CEO of Crypto.com, will also be going. So it'll be very interested to see how that party goes, if we get any news that comes out, anything was talked about at this party. So that is where I think we might get a rally within the weekend. So just be prepared for that as well. But don't forget, the Trump new set leadership is poised to kickstart the crypto overall. So remember that. So in Washington, January 15th, top Republicans official at the US Securities Exchange Commission is poised to begin overall in the agency's cryptocurrency policy, because now the only days away and Gary Gensler's gone. I think it might be today he's going. Potentially as early as next week, President-elect Trump will take his power, and said 3 people briefed on the matter. Among the measures commission, Hester Pierce and Mark Udan were weighing in on the initial process that would ultimately lead to the guidance, rules, and clarification of the agency. So this is exactly what we want to see. And we know Paul Atkins is Trump crypto-friendly pick for the SEC. So chair former agency commissioner. So we know about him. I've seen him in many videos. He really is pro-crypto. He's a really great guy, apparently. I don't know him personally, but apparently he's a really great guy. And the people who work at the SEC as well really, really like him. So this is going to be really good for the crypto market, in my opinion. And I think we're going to get lots of positive regulation come out. So I'm super bullish on that one. So give us a like and give us a subscribe. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.